So he's possibly my favourite writer, because he has that wonderful everyman quality, I think, because of working so closely with Alan Ayckbourn and with Willie Russell and with Jack Rosenthal as well, and he has that ability to speak to everyone, and he's a fantastic writer, and he's the best safety net you need when you're going out on stage.
Just rely on the words.
Absolutely.
And when you're taking a show like this out there, you're in...
We're in Richmond this week.
Richmond at the moment. Do you... well, I don't know when the last time that you taught a play was. Do you get different reactions to different bits of the play based on... Because you're talking about the safety net of the script, so clearly that's pretty much the same unless you forget your words.
Yeah.
Your performances will be pretty much the same. Is there a regional difference in the way people respond?
Some audiences are much more prepared to laugh out loud. You get Ken Dodd used to say, if you can tell a joke in Edinburgh and it will get a huge laugh, and get nothing at all in London because they won't hear you. Do you see? Are you with me there?
They won't hear you. What?
Because he's in Edinburgh telling it.
Oh, I understand.
Right, but no, you do get slight.
Are we deaf in London or what?
You do get slight,
or just slow
regional differences. And
where's your favourite place to go then?
Newcastle's very good, because it's one of those Matcham designed theatres, a bit like Richmond, where we are at the moment. So it's very easy acoustically and brilliantly supported. But I think you find when you go on tour that the local theatres are better supported, because they are real focus points of the community. And yeah, it's always nice to take a play to people rather than forcing them to get into the West End and have a very expensive evening.
Is that where you hope it's heading then?
I don't know yet. There's no plans. This is just a tour.
And it's a tour that's in Richmond at the moment, in Cambridge, Blackpool, Norwich, Cheltenham and Oxford.
That's it.
Concluding June the 6th. That's the tour date's done. You should have a T-shirt, Stephen.
Should have, really.
With all of those dates put in. So it's a Tim Firth play. You're in it. Just explain who your sort of rival is. This young...
A young lad called Tom Shaw, who's only just out of drama school just over a year, and he's fantastic. We're working really well together, and which is crucial when you're just doing a two-hander. But no, I think the world of him, and he's been joyous to work with, and he can hold the audience just as well as I attempt to. But
presumably you're both on stage the whole time.
Just about, yeah.
That must put an awful lot of pressure on both of you.
It doesn't feel pressurised. I suppose we don't stop and analyse it too much, but I couldn't be in safer hands with Tim's scripts and Tom's acting.
I always feel slightly edgy if we're talking to an actor who's in a show at the moment, if we've taken them out of their routine, because I imagine if you're doing a show, you have to be in a routine. You know, you will get up at a particular point, you will eat certain things. It's a bit like being a sports person, you know.
Just like.
Yeah, exactly. And that you are whippet thin, you fanatical attention to your diet and all that kind of stuff.
On paper, possibly.
Or basically, have you just gone to seed?
Depends where we are. Tom and I arrived in Eastbourne last week and headed to the nearest fish and chip restaurant as soon as we got there, just to soak up the atmosphere. So it depends, really, but we've been quite good so far. But I don't know how fit genuine signwriters are, and they're at a commercial lettering company in Batley in Yorkshire.
So you could probably get away with any size of fatness or thinness.
Yeah.
But presumably, then, if you're on tour and you're on tour with one other person, you have to get on. I mean, you could be like Simon and Garfunkel, you know, just separate cars, never talk, just turn up on stage, hate each other, but it's commercially acceptable to carry on. But no,
fortunately, we get on very well, so it's nice to continue the bon ami off stage as well.
Yeah, but obviously, I mean, you're in charge because you're the main man.
Oh yes, no, I get him to, you know, warm my toilet seat and things like that. Yeah. It's like being at public school for him.
Yes, because you're Stephen Tompkinson and he
exactly.
Isn't.
He's nobody.
Yeah. Are there some people, seriously though, who are coming to see you?
I think there must be one or two, I would hope, over the years. I've accrued a little fan base.
But I wonder if then, when you come on stage, it takes a while for you to become Frank Tollett, as opposed to
Well,
Damien Day or Ballycus Angel, all the other parts that we associate with...
They notice very quickly that there's no giraffes or elephants with me.
They spot that.
That takes care of Wild at Heart. There's no dog collar, so they get the Ballycus Angel thing. And also they notice how much I've aged since then. So that's quite good. And then, as you say, you've got Tim's great words that set it very quickly and set the relationship.
But do you think that you have to work to get to Frank? It may be sort of within 90 seconds you're Frank as far as the audience are concerned. I don't know.
Yeah, it is very good. They get the relationship very quickly of the young and old, because he's setting down the laws quite quickly. So that establishes everything as soon as we walk on, really.